What up, Lance? You talking about your
Hey,
AI
bot,
chick,
my Betty bot.
the
Jeff's trying
bot?
to get a road chick. He's trying to get a host who did WWE and some sports. She was at the Royal Rumble in Texas.
The Royal Rumble. I saw that. Let's keep that under a lid, though. Let that be a surprise when people see that.
No, no, we gotta spoil the beans. Get him.
No,
We
it's not a
gotta, we
done.
gotta get him. We gotta get him chirping.
It's not a done deal. How's everybody doing this fine Friday morning?
We
How
gotta
you
get him.
doing, Lance?
Did it good. I was up at five o'clock at the gym by 6, and I felt like I already did so much today, and the market hasn't even opened.
I
So
hate that, dude. I mean, I wake up at like 5:30 every single day, every day. Even if I go out and get drunk till 2:30 in the morning, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning. You know that. You've seen that in real life, in real time. But I hate waiting for the market to open when I've been like open for like ever. Hello from London. What's up, London? How you all
that's
doing?
that's what's good about being on the West Coast. If you're in Cal, well, I mean, I never live in Cali, but the Cali people and stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
done so soon. You go hit the beach, go have your whole day, go live your Cali life, smoke some pot with your EV, and
I
then
don't know. I'm so East Coast, man. I've spent some time out there. I walk around and I'm like, come on, what do you guys like? Let's go. Let's
you
go.
like Venice Beach, all the wackos.
I'm snapping at people. I'm like, where's my coffee? Let's go. And people are just looking at me like, come on, dude, calm down. You're in California. It's funny because Miami's chill, but everybody's East Coast still, right? Like there's still that East Coast vibe. East Coast is East Coast. It is what it is, right? I'm an East Coaster till the death.
Miami's a whole different world. I mean, you got the mayor getting paid in crypto, and then he
I
keeps saying, I'm gonna keep doubling down. Now he wants to run, by the
He's
way.
an awesome dude. Did I tell you I met him in London? Did you
No,
I ever told you the story? This is a
no.
quick, funny little story. So I was in London this summer, taking my family on a big trip, and we're in Mayfair, which is like super posh part of London, like stayed at a nice hotel, whatever. So I see this dude, and like London people, how do I say this delicately? Because there's a guy from London in here. They don't look like Miami people, right? Miami people
No.
stand out
They
in
got they
London.
got they got the Austin Powers tea. They got the cigarettes. They roll cigarette joints at the bar. They got crappy food.
So
Yeah.
I see this dude sitting there outside of the hotel with a cigar, with a beautiful stogie and a
Oh,
tan better than mine. And I'm like, who's this mofo with a better tan than I
and
got in London? I haven't seen that yet. And I look closer and my wife goes, that's Mayor Suarez. So I didn't want to say nothing. We do a little bit, we're taking a little bit of tour. We come back for like an hour, taking the kids out to this park and check it out. We come back, guy's still sitting there. His buddy, his crony sitting next to him, he approaches me. He's like, where are you all from? I'm like,
his
305,
crony.
baby. Yeah, I'm like, his crony is cheap. Like 305, baby. He gets up, couldn't have been a nicer guy. I was like, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing with this city.
What
Because
he
his
said.
well, he was super cool. He was just a down to earth guy. He was, he's my age. He's like in his mid 40s, Republican. So that's already my jam. And he was just like, yeah, I'm all about the business, man. I want to open this city up to make money. And I'm like, keep it rocking, keep it going. You tripled me up, on real estate.
Literally.
You triple me up. I'm like, that's why people are like wondering why you love Republicans, because you triple me up. So let's go. Double down on that, double down on crypto, triple down on trying to make Silicon Valley in Miami. Just a short story. But he's in my cell phone now. I got married. I got the bat phone number.
You? Nice.
Of course,
I mean,
dude.
you guys have the FTX arena, for goodness sakes. You
So
think
I've got the bat phone. I could do the bat signal for my house now in Miami Shore. You got it. It's all who you know in this world. Anyways, it turned out his kid went to the same schools. Our kid, like whatever. It's
with Brady now and Giselle and all the posh? I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Let's talk some money making. So I see a lot of sports talk here. We got the Super Bowl this weekend, right? People are asking me if I bet golf. Like, does a bear shit in the woods? Of course I bet golf. I love betting. Golf is one of the best gambling sports in the world because they can't update the lines effectively. So there's like arbitrages that happen in golf, and people tend to bet like the superstars. So you can get guys that are like,
oh, you can get the low cheap.
it's like options. You can find like cheap options on a stock that they don't expect to move on. and I'm watching the golf closely, and I see a guy and he's from California and he's playing a West Coast tour and whatever. I could talk for 2 hours about making money on betting golf. But Super Bowl, who do you like, Lance?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Actually, it's
Chiefs. Interesting.
I'm gonna stick to the girl I brought to the prom, and they've done it. So
he's won. He has won one. They have won one. I'm going Philly. I'm a contrarian here.
You know what it is though? This sounds bad, especially if anyone's from Philly. The Philly people have all invaded Tampa, right? And they're very what's the word?
Be careful. I know we got Philly people here, but I know what you're gonna say.
So
I'll say it for you. It's a subspecies of human being almost. It's like they're awesome people, but they live on like such a primal, like I'm a New Yorker, right? So, but Mike says they're hoodlums. That's a strong word, but I would I'm not, I walk around cities in Miami that people would cross the street on. I walk around cities like Boston. Everybody fights. Every time I've been in Boston, there's been a bar brawl. I never wear my New York gear out there. But Philly is kind of like a special breed unto themselves.
It's like the people of Walmart.
But I respect that, baby. I love that. I love that hustle. I love that. I love the toughness. I love the Rocky Balboa thing. I love that.
We'll see. We'll see. I know DraftKings, if you guys want to hear the options, this is how much people gamble, just a heads up. DraftKings saw around 17,000 of the next week. I think the 19 calls. Where's the stock right now in DraftKings? Very cheap out the money calls. 16 and a half. Yeah, I think it was the 19s or 18s. I don't have my PCs upstairs. But the trader bought like 17,000 of them for like 9 cents, hoping for like a lotto ticket that DraftKings has this like huge gap up on Monday from the Super Bowl and stuff. But they're already down like 50% because the stock sold off yesterday with the
Let's look at some stuff. Let's look at this shit. Let's look at the sports stuff for just a second.
Because the implied move is pretty large in DraftKings. I think it was like 10%.
Oh, we'll look at the stock, but first I just want to look at the sports bet, and then we'll move on to the stocks. But so you got Philly minus 1.5, right? But you can bet Philly. You can bet Philly minus 120 here also, just to win outright. So if they win by 1, you're going to lose your bet. I'll pay 15% of extra juice just to make sure that they win. But this is something that's kind of cool. You can do, like, if you look at this, if people like golf, they had this thing where you could bet like the golf winner and the Super Bowl. Yeah, check this out. I love
they are just making plays for people to bet.
So this is a bet that I made. I took Max Homa. There he is. Max Homa and Philly to win the Super Bowl as a parlay.
Wow.
And pre-tournament, I took a few of those, but I got Todd, I got Horschel, I got Cam Young. I just put a little bit. I'm messing around. This is fun shit. Yeah, I got Homa. So I got home. I put Homa to win $241 to win $2,255. Homa and Philly.
All day.
That's not a bad bet, right? That's kind of cool, right?
It's like buying a weekly option. It's like buying the Tesla, 10%, like the 220 weekly calls with the stock at 200. Like 95% of the time, the calls are going to go to zero tomorrow. Yeah. But if you're right and they have some news or the big gap up, you could 10x your money or something.
So I've got like $100 in these small little like golf bets with the thing, and then I'm gonna bet bigger. Like I never keep more than $1,000 in this thing because it's offshore and these guys could just like pack up their shit and say you don't belong here. So I'm always like taking money out and whatever, just going back and forth with Bitcoin. That's why I got into Bitcoin in the first place, because the only way you can bet offshore, that they had onshore betting for a while. I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but I don't care. They had onshore betting for a while.
Like years ago though?
No, they had it for like 2 months in Florida, man. They had it at the Hard Rock. They built like an entire sports book at the Hard Rock.
Oh, I have heard. And
then they shut that stuff down.
Yeah.
So what did you want to look at? DraftKings. So look at Uber. I mean, Uber's getting this is stupid to me. We talked about this week. Uber had an amazing earnings.
Uber had a
Lyft.
huge run
I'm
up.
glad I talked this off the ledge on Lyft. Look at Lyft. This is a company that might not exist in a couple of years.
It's going to be a penny stock. It's going to be a penny stock. And I know people are saying, oh, it's going to get bought out, but I think they'll just let it die.
But this is why you have to know. This is why you have to know, like this is why I trade this link trade. I'm going to talk about this later. I do this pair trade. It's a long short thing. And this is before today. This is going to be up another 80%. So look at this. This is just a pair trade being long Uber and short Lyft.
Yep.
This is like kind of free, I hate to use the word free money.
Yeah, we'll get in trouble. You know that. Well, actually not anymore.
I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to say that if you can identify somebody that is eating another, like the bully that's beating up on the little kid, just keep betting on the bully. Uber's game plan is to make sure Lyft doesn't exist. They just had their best quarter ever, Uber, this last quarter.
And the CEO,
the
CEO was so proud. He was making media rounds yesterday on TV on Uber this week. Lyft, you remember Icon's out that pig right now, and someone says in the chat that they should change their name to Bust.
Right.
But what's crazy is Lyft is down 30% pre-market. Had a 10 handle earlier. Uber's only down like 3%.
I think it's a buy. I think it's a buy because they're putting Lyft out of business. Lyft really is failing because of Uber. Uber had its best quarter when this is a clear-cut trade. But anyways, let's either way.
People are not happy.
Bro,
Lyft don't have that.
Bro, nobody says let's Lyft. Let's get a Lyft. Everybody says let's Uber. It's a verb. Once a word becomes a verb in the US vernacular, that company's golden, dude. People say let's Netflix and chill. They don't say let's Disney Plus and chill. They say let's Uber to this place. Well, they don't say let's Lyft to this place.
The soy boys might say that.
The soy boys. So you wanted to look at which you caught me off guard with that. I like it. I hate soy. You know how I feel about the soy. Let's go. So DraftKings, Google it. Isn't Rich just said that? It's another example. DraftKings is a stock. If we look at, let's look at the
DraftKings next week expiration at the money straddle. Or yeah, you just do a long straddle, or I could just add that the money calls and puts. It don't matter. Long straddle, it's 30.
Yeah, long straddle. Sorry, I don't trade a lot of straddles, believe it or not.
Or just I think you already have it up there where it says single.
Sorry, here we go.
All right, so where's the stock right now? DraftKings
1630.
Let's just look at 16s.
There we go.
What? 227.
Mm-hmm.
So basically a $2 implied move. And do they have earnings next week too?
That's big. That's a massive move.
Huge. That's no wonder they're buying those out the money calls.
That's been a stock that's been impossible to trade in the options for a while. It's been busted for a while, the options market there. Yeah, next week, the 16th. Okay. What's that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge.
Well, let's look at I mean, this is the kind of stuff we do on a Monday when we look at the earnings, right? But let's look at it anyways, right? Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, willing to sell the straddle. I mean, I don't short options naked, but
no, hell no.
You know, that's playing with fire. That's stepping in front of a freight train, and all those people who say like, I have a 90% win rate. They're doing crap like that. But
dude, that's the path to ruin. That is like the fast track to hell to do that kind of shit. Because everybody thinks they know where like a stock should stop on the upside. No such thing. It could go indefinitely.
Like think of Lyft. The Lyft, the implied move was like 12%. The stock down 30%. If you shorted a straddle in it, or you sold naked options, you're blowing up. You know.
I'm so pissed at you guys are gonna like, this is how I'm a human. I had Uber Lyft as a money link, as a link trade. I'm gonna talk about link trades at 10 o'clock. We're gonna probably promote it here at the end, but I had it and I took it off. I took it off like 2 weeks ago. Made money, but I took it off 2 weeks ago. I didn't want to go into earnings.
Dude, I had Afram
crazy.
Last week or the week before. The stock, Afram's a piece of crap. Stock was down 25% yesterday. But the stock squeezed with all the junk stocks, all the high growth junk stock squeezed last week with the market.
Yeah.
So I was stepping in front of freight trains. My options were down like 50%. I just said, screw it. Well, if I would have held them, stock was down through earnings 25%, I would have doubled my money.
But that's why we're traders here, right? We're living and we're learning. So now I file that into my memory bank and I say, you know what? Some of these shit companies still are going to go out of business, right?
Yeah,
Like the same thing happened in Bed Bath and Beyond. Like everybody for a moment got like all crazy that
it was up 100% the other day.
That it was going to be the comeback of the year, right? But in reality, it's still 95%. Like the bonds are telling you they're 95% probability that they're not going to be a company in 12 months.
And even on some of the puts, even when the stock was down like 50% the other day, the puts were actually down in value because the implied fall. You know,
yeah, but I'm saying like you kind of remember, like you think to yourself, like, you know, like if it goes from like 5, if it goes from 2 to 5, you think 15 is more likely, but 0 is still more likely at 5 than 15. Does that make sense?
Kind of like a Carvana. Remember Carvana was up at, you know, crap load and everything, and stock was going bankrupt. But you know, now it's back to reality. So I feel like we're kind of in a reality stage right now with everything coming down.
Momentarily, I still think it's a bull market. We can look at that in a minute, but or bullish tape for a little while. There's going to be some bounce, I think, today into next week, anyways. But look at the DraftKings moves. Look at this: 20%,
to the
28% down.
That's why you can't short a straddle. I mean, imagine you get a 30% move, 20% move, you're short a straddle. I mean, you're screwed.
Someone's asking me, like, these people, can I just answer this question real quick for this guy, Alex? He's asking me burn notice related. What was the logic behind calling in the money call? So people get too cute with this stuff. We're doing a burn notice, for people that don't know, it's one of my systems where I literally put a trade on at the close and I take it off in the morning. People like think far too deeply onto which strike I'm selecting. The reason I selected the strike I did, and it was $2 in the money. So I took a 135 Etsy call instead of a 137 call. Right, people are like, why? And the answer is they had all the volume. That's where the trading was happening. So the spread was tighter. And so when you're trading for 8 hours, the spread matters more than the 0.3% in delta or, you know, implied volatility that you're getting between strikes. Now, I say this to everybody, like, you don't have to trade the strike that I recommend. It's a free country. I, in fact, think you should try to trade some of the other strikes because we crowd into these trades. People don't know that Lance and Jay-Z, we move markets, dog. We move.
We can.
We do by accident, right? So we do, right? Like we size into these things.
Especially in these, like, I try to do stocks, obviously, with unusual options. So they have thousands of options on the line, right? So volume and the spreads are tight. But, you know, some of these stocks, like, that you'll see out there, like a Etsy, a Crocs.
Etsy doesn't look so bad pre-market considering the rest of this shit.
Yeah, but like some of these stocks that don't trade like 10 million shares a day and they don't trade like 10,000 options a day, you know, the spreads are decently wide. So you got to use, A, you got to find volume on them, but B, you got to find like a mid-market limit order to put it in, or you know, you're gonna get filled. Let's say the bid is $1.70 and the ask is $2, and you buy at $2, you're down 30 cents right there. Like, you
see Randy R is screaming at us in all caps, any trades. You want to take that one, Lance?
Randy R, I like Randy R. Randy's a savage. Addy, no, we're not trading Adidas. I mean, I guess you could look at Nike puts. That pig's been a little bloated. Well, what is let's pull up Nike and see what that pig is doing. Adidas is down with the Kanye. Tesla has Investor Day March 1st, by the way. I think the stock sells off a little bit and then probably rips. Right. Can you
believe how many trades we have to deliver for these savages? They're like, I feel like I'm hanging out. Have you ever been to have you ever heard of a bar? There was a bar on the Sunset Strip in LA called the Viper Room. It's where River Phoenix died. And it's like a legendary party place from the 90s where everybody was basically fiending out in the Viper Room. But you would see Johnny Depp in there and like
Paris Hilton doing
dude, it was like the highest people, like the celebrity, but like with also like crackheads in there. The one thing everybody had in common, and I was, don't ask how I know this, everybody was fiending out in that spot.
They love the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I feel like our group of people is the Viper Room of Wealth Press.
They're the poker room in Miami, playing the fucking 5-10 no limit hold'em with a few grand, saying I'm all in.
It's never enough though. My point
is, I'm all in with King Queen.
my point is, it's never going to be enough for these
No,
sandwiches.
but
That's fine. Which
let's,
one?
let's look at some Nike though. You know what? Let's go out all the way till March. This is gonna be a long term trade.
I like long-term
Let's go out
trades
to March
this time of
monthly.
year. Okay. March 17th, 35 days. What do you want to look at? It's
Can
trading
you
at
pull up
120.
a Nike daily?
Yeah, here you go.
Nike's only down $2 pre-market. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. So Nike, no, it's not a daily. Hold on.
Yeah, pull up a daily. I got the big head in the way. All right, there we go.
Yeah,
You got a
Nike.
gap fill to what is it, 115? Not a
Yeah.
gap, but a prior support from the gap up on earnings. I actually don't mind that trade at all. What are like the 115 puts for March?
115, 115 puts, you said?
Yeah.
$2.
Kind of pricey. I guess you could do like the 120s and just pay what, 3.5.
So you're bearish on Nike, huh?
Yeah. I think the market's a little shaky here, and Nike just got way ahead of itself.
Wouldn't you rather be short something like this?
Google? No.
No.
No. I think it already broke the 100. So I think you have that already, that flush out. Same with Amazon. I don't
Bad
think,
chart. Maybe not for like a week, but I mean like into March. I don't know.
I think
Up
too,
today though. It's up today.
it's
That's a sign. Yeah.
How much is it?
Yeah, 25 basis points.
Oh, nothing. But I think,
but I mean the market's not good, right?
no, Nasdaq was down 1%. When I looked for a second. Yeah, what about PayPal? Mark says. I actually do want to see PayPal because you can probably get some cheap options in PayPal after the earnings implied.
Yeah, PayPal's a stock I'm bullish on.
Me too. And you got Square next week, so you should have some correlation. What is PayPal? It was up like 2%, not a lot. So the options are going to be down.
Here's PayPal's. It's March 17th. 80 calls.
But those are going to be probably, where's the stock now? 79?
79.80.
Those calls are probably going to be $3.
Yeah.
Because the implied volatility is going to get crushed enough. I like PayPal, and you have the move in Square for next week. And then you probably do have eBay upcoming too. So I like PayPal. It's not up enough.
Well, the thing with the Friday, so people ask about this Friday session. So the theme of this show, right, is we begin the week looking at what's coming ahead for the week, right? Like we look at earnings, we look at catalysts, we look at numbers we got to pay attention to. And then we give you guys some ideas. We had Uber this week. We had Hood, I think, was another one.
Yeah, Hood was up a little bit. Nothing
crazy happened.
Nothing crazy.
Like we've been on a heater, but this week kind of calmed down. The market in general calmed down. We're still playing it from the bullish directional side. But I think today, the pressing question is like, is this a sell-off that's going to go into next week, or is today the day you start, like you come in? I think you come in today from the long side. I really do. And if you look at like the NDX, so like, I'm not going to feed you like an exact fish maybe this morning, but I'm going to give you a thought. If you look at the NDX right now, we've got like a really nice consolidation range here around support level. Like, I don't think it breaks below this bar here, which would be like 12,100, give or take. That's a hard floor on this market, with the upside being new highs, in my opinion.
But I don't think Monday we have a big gap up. I think if we hold and we rally a little bit, and then Monday we open flat to slightly up, that's a win setting in for next week. The one thing that's scaring me is if you pull up the damn Bitcoin.
Bitcoin?
Bitcoin. Yeah, coin's down like 20% this week, but pull up the damn Bitcoin. I hate crypto, by the way, as most of y'all know.
I know you do.
Even though I'm sending emails saying, hey, here's a crypto, that's another story. But the thing that scares me is this Bitcoin sell-off coming down.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the Bitcoin trades over the weekend. So if they sell it off over the weekend, you're going to have some trouble for the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
But a lot of these shit stocks, though, are starting to come down after their huge squeeze up. You know, your Coinbases, your Afro.
I'm leaning I can't go full crack. Like sometimes I talk you off the ledge. Sometimes you talk me into like cooler things. I can't go full shit stock. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to still buy the best in breed of shit stocks. Like someone was talking to me about like Roku, right? So I was like, So I was like, does Roku have to be a company? Like every TV you see right now is literally coming with, apps already on the damn television. For people who don't know what Roku does, they sell you this like contraption you put in a USB port on the side of your TV that gives you access to the internet, to streaming services.
It's basically, if you bought a TV from Walmart 10 years ago, you need Roku.
That's what I'm saying.
And TVs are so cheap.
So this is a shit stock of shit stocks, right? Like this is a stock that was what? Look at this stock, dude.
Nearly 500.
Stock, it's $50. So promised land. I'm like, probably not going to be a company,
There's no reason, and there's no reason to buy them out. You know what has been hot is the media names, the Warner Bros, the Paras. Those names have been
Roblox company that got tortured that could still be a great company. Roblox. I still see my kid do this thing.
I believe they have earnings next week, and Activision and Take-Two Interactive actually had a nice pop on earnings. So
I love Activision as a takeover play. I think everybody's bearish that it's not going to get taken over. I think that would be bullish also. Yeah, I think they're going to get taken over, but I think if they didn't, the stock still goes higher because of how good they're doing. Call of Duty is like, it's like owning Disney. It's like owning it. It's like the franchise besides, EA, Madden, and
that's what they want. Companies need the streaming, the video game names, because they have all the people playing. And now video games, if you guys don't know, it's like a mainstream acceptable career is to be a streamer, a video gamer, right? Like that's like what people like. They don't want to be cops or firemen or baseball players. They want to be a video gamer, a streamer. And they're doing games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends, all these other, I don't know what the other popular games are, Grand Theft Auto, but like that's what they do. And they have millions of viewers every day. That's why Amazon bought Twitch. But companies like Microsoft, Apple, like there's been rumors Apple wants to get in that space. They want, because they get their data, right? So they could get their names, their profiles, their emails, and then obviously can sell them other products out there. But a lot of these big companies, they want that video game space, especially as you get into like the AI and the headsets and what's the one thing that Meta has?
Virtual reality.
Yeah, they want all that, and and these video game companies, look for some merger and acquisitions in them. We saw Zynga get acquired. We saw Glue Mobile, and now obviously Activision. But I think that, I would say by the end of the year, you're going to see more M&A in the video game space.
Yeah, that's a good take. So I think we're in like the last couple of minutes here, but I've got a 10 o'clock presentation. I've got this energy case. I'm still bullish to shit. I think it goes much higher. I really do. There's a few guys like Cuppy and people like that have really solid cases for it. You guys know me. I'm just a trader. I'm not like a thesis guy, but this one is just like, this week we had Russia just today took 500,000 barrels offline. We had Saudi Arabia, they can literally determine how much they're selling oil to the market to. And they just were like, we're charging you guys more in Europe. Sorry, like a lot more, because they're having a desperate crisis in Europe because they don't have enough alternative energy to function as a society. And so I'm doing a presentation that work with us yeah, there it is. Oh, thank you. But yeah, so I'm going to be talking directly about how we can take advantage of that and talking about the link trades. Like I was talking about how we can hedge ourselves. And links is awesome. It's not just energy, but some of the best trades I've had in the past, year and a half have been in energy. And so let's go, boys. Let's go. Thank you, boys and girls. Have a great Super Bowl weekend. Don't eat too much. Don't drink too much. I'm going to do both. Don't listen to me. So
what a role model.
I am not a role model, like Charles Barkley says, right? We are the people that you come to that don't pretend to be your financial advisor, that will tell you with a straight face, we are not your financial advisor. Put the link in again. We are telling you to play with fire, but there is a correct way to play with fire, and you can light your cigar with that fire. But by no means are we telling you guys that this is riskless. We take risks.
No. You can get torched. You can get torched, but we're trying to do it in the most educated, smart, not blow up your account way. And hopefully you get some good picks, and obviously you click your own mouse so you can Let's
ask for some feedback. Do you guys like this twice a week crush the open? Because we started out just doing Mondays, and then we thought we would just like, I mean, like
Yeah.
as I said, like the original theme was to give you guys like meat trades on Monday. A little different on Friday, trying to think more thematic, looking back at what we got right, what we got wrong, owning our wins, owning our losses, being big boys, being grown ass men, about it. But people were screaming at us, we want trades on Friday. I think I told you guys pretty much, let's be bullish. Stay bullish is my point of view over the weekend. Lance disagrees, but he also took KC. So let's see if he's right.
Yeah, I did. I just sold my my net calls at 920. If we can send that out for Blitz. I bought these calls at like $4.
Nice. Nice.
I know. All right, so let me do that. All right, I gotta run.
Wow, look at all these guys. Look at all these guys. Give us a weekly option trade every Monday. Well, we give you ideas. We're gonna have a service that comes out of this too.
We'll do it official.
Yeah. We try to give you guys red meat though. I hope you guys see that we're not talking to some of you guys love like long-winded economic talks about ETFs. There's shows for that. You know where to go for that. This ain't it.
No, we don't.
If you lose patience with us, I've already lost patience with you. Trust me. Have a great day. LFG.
Market caught a bid. Here we are saying buy the dip, and the market catches a huge bid right off the open. I mean, no time. The market doesn't sleep. No time.
Look at ATVI. Good stock.
All right, I got to send out. Oh, I closed out net, by the way. I know I already said it, but I'm trying to write the alert and all that stuff now because we do our own trade fulfillment stuff. So we don't have you doing it. All right. All right.
Join that meeting at 10 o'clock, guys. If you guys want to learn how to do a pair trade, a link trade, and my energy thesis is rocking and rolling. So I got an awesome brand new energy trade today for you guys if you join. See you guys.
Man, I'm the only one who got that bid.
Are you staying on this or we closing this?
No, I'm on my other computer. I just
all right. I'll see you Monday, Lance. Have an awesome weekend.
Good luck on the bets.